Well, hey guys, welcome. It's good to be back with you again. You know, as we were coming into 2021, I just was reflecting on 2020, and in a lot of ways, it was a tough year. You know, there was times when loneliness kind of crept in with the isolation that we had to, and the distancing we had to keep. Sometimes fear actually even probably crept into some of your lives. I know it did into me, just what's going to happen with this COVID-19. There was times where I was just missing connecting and hugging my friends and my family. And then the dark months came, and the rain and all of that. And I got to admit, it's been tough. It's been a really tough year. And I had so much hope coming into 2021 that things were going to be different. And here we are just a little bit into it. And to be honest, not really much has changed. And so I was sitting and thinking about that a little bit and pondering and kind of going, what do we do with all of this? What am I going to talk about? And I was reminded by the late Viktor Frankl, who is a philosopher, a neurosurgeon, a psychiatrist, who is also a survivor of the Holocaust. And one of the things that he says is there's the last of all human decisions, and that's the choice of what attitude we're going to have. Nobody can ever take that from you. They can take all sorts of freedoms from you, but they can never take your choice of what your attitude is going to be. And so I kind of got thinking a little bit about that and thinking back over the year, and how do I change? How do I re-look? How do I look at it differently this past year? And how can I have an attitude of gratefulness and of thankfulness, and an attitude that's going to be positive instead of really, to be honest, what comes easier for me in that natural thing. And so there was a bit of a challenge in a book that I read, and it said to think of 10 positives that came out of last year. And I was going, are you kidding me? How am I going to come up with that? And I'll just give an example. For example, through the isolation and having to stay at home, you know, a positive that came out of that is I was forced to deal with some hard topics within some relationships I had that, to be honest, without COVID, it would have been easy to just keep avoiding. But through facing it, it's been tough. It's taken our relationships to a deeper level. So there's an example of a positive that we can take coming out of this year. And that's the challenge I want to give you today, is to think about your attitude and how you can reframe things and look at things from the positive side of what good has come. It doesn't mean that we're denying and we're living in this fantasy world that everything's great, but what positive came through these tough things. There's a gentleman, his name is Chuck Swindoll, and he says that life is 10% circumstances, 90% attitude. The attitude, that's what we can control. It's the deepest of human desire, the choice to what kind of attitude we will have. All right, you take care, and we'll talk to you again.